Carpe's Corner, so happy that you're here. So take a seat, have a tea, or grab yourself a beer. Here at Carpe's Corner, we'll learn about our lives. And in between, you might decide to exercise your eyes. It's Carpe's Corner, Carpe's Corner. Welcome to Carpe's Corner. Don't forget reviews. Comment, like, and subscribe is all you gotta do. Here at Carpe's Corner, please appreciate our guests. And just remember, everyone's got something on their chest. In Carpe's Corner, Carpe's Corner. In Carpe's Corner, there'll be no borders. It's Carpe's Corner. We're so glad that you are here.
Welcome to another episode of Carpe's Corner. I am Carpe Donctum, and my guest today is Diamond and Silk. So I'm going to bring them on here, see if we can get them in frame here. There you are. How are you guys doing? Let me make sure that your audio is working. Wonder if people can hold on just a second. I think we might have a little problem here with the audio. I don't know why it's not coming through for you guys. Hold on. Let me pop that up. Oh, you know, we always have to start off with a problem. Where is it? Oh, I know. But what is the deal? How about now? Try saying something. Yeah, it's not coming through. Let's try. How about this? How about now? Say something now.
Okay, can you hear
Oh,
us
there we
now?
go. Yeah, we're good now. Yay!
Oh,
We did it.
We did it.
Hey, Carpe.
How's it going? Well,
Everything's
welcome to the
going-
show.
Oh, thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
thank you for having
Thank
us.
you for having us.
Not a problem. You know, we've done a few collaborations. We recently did something. That was your idea, by the way. I just want to make sure everybody knows that was your idea. You were the brains behind that, the Biden in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know, Biden has been hiding in the basement, and I'm looking at the DNC convention. He came out long enough to give us a few words. He would have been better off just saying Jesus wept and going back down in the basement. Because, he didn't bring the country together.
Yeah.
He has us further apart. And it's so sad. And now these left-leaning liberals, how they're really trying to take over our country. And I think
Yeah.
it's so sad.
Yeah, but you are the
What-
master behind the masterpiece. I
That's
just want
right.
you to know
and,
that.
and thank you so much. And for all of the videos that you put out, some of this stuff is so funny.
Oh,
I mean, this is, you know what? The left don't have this at all.
they don't have
They
it.
don't have it.
They don't have it.
Yeah.
That's why they
Not
look
even a
like
little
they
bit.
was going to a funeral or something this last week.
Right.
Yeah. How bad was the DNC? I
It
mean,
was
like,
horrible.
yeah,
I mean,
wasn't
okay,
it?
So listen, the first night when I saw how they were lying, it shot my blood pressure up.
Mhm.
I had to literally cut it off. I couldn't watch it because I'm like, why are you lying to the American people, acting as if you're going to fix something, and you blaming the president for everything that you are pretty much created.
Right.
And then they want to blame the president for the pandemic, but why aren't you blaming China? This mess came from
Right.
China.
Yeah.
We can't, none of us can help it.
It was so sad that I was waiting on Dracula to walk up in there, somebody from the Adam family, because it looked like they was just trying to play on people's emotion, and they
Right.
were grieving. And I'm like, what's wrong with these people? Maybe I need to send them a teddy bear or something. Something was going on.
Yeah, no. So I thought that Obama's speech was really, really bad.
Oh.
Biden's was bad, but Obama's was it was nonstop, just propaganda and
It's-
like
yeah. it's what you call a manipulating tactic.
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
he was using. He was using manipulation. It almost remind me of an uncle that have done crazy, sinister things and wanted you to go along with it.
Yeah.
You know, voting for a Jim Crow Joe Biden and a phony Kamala Harris will just take away our morals and our values.
It will also
It would be
take
morally
us,
wrong.
it'll take us back
Yeah.
to the days of slavery, because as you remember, Obama started talking about slaves and
Yeah.
and keeping people. They love keeping people stuck in the pains of their ancestors.
Right.
But here's the sick and sad thing. You know, Obama don't even realize that he supports the party of slavery. The Democrat
Right.
Party is the party that fought to keep slaves enslaved. It was the Republican Party that fought to free the slaves.
Right.
So, you know, he's a straight hypocrite. Yes, he was the president for 8 years. They say he's the first black president, but we realize no, he's the first biracial president, and his black side did nothing for black folks. Not even the black people up there in Chicago, where he's from,
Right.
or where
Right.
he used to live.
Well, you can't talk about Chicago, otherwise you're some sort of race baiter. Remember?
But no, it's not being a race baiter by calling out the obvious.
That's right.
These white people
Yeah.
are not running around killing up black people. It's black on black crime happening right there in Chicago. And the crazy thing, Carpe, is that Mayor Lightfoot now put measures in place where people can't protest in her neighborhood because she says she wants to feel safe. Well, other citizens in that city wants to feel safe
That's
too.
right.
So why aren't you making that happen? They have a right. You took an oath to make sure that they are safe.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you won't allow people to come in and help you in that city to control and curb this criminality,
That's
which
right.
is so sad.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin on that, because you know the crazy thing is that when you say stuff like this, then you guys get called all of the racial slurs and all of those types of things that they're telling us that we're doing. You know, like
Yeah.
you're not going to catch me calling anybody racial slurs. But yet, if you guys say something, then you're some sort of Uncle Tom or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
And-
And those racial slurs don't just come from black people. They come from these white left-leaning liberals too. Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
And so,
Right.
but these are the people that have depicted black people as to only be one way. See, if Diamond and Silk was a stripper sliding up and down the pole, drinking and acting a fool,
Doing something strange for a little change.
hey, they would like that. The left would like that foolishness. But because we think outside of the box, because we love our country, because we stand for our flag, we love the president of the United States, they don't like that. See,
Right.
they're not used to two black chicks who just down with politics.
That's right.
Yeah, they
Right.
want us to be something like what a Cardi B is doing, degrading and disrespecting yourself. But that's not who we are.
That's
So either they can deal with who we are or don't deal at all.
At all. That's right.
Yeah. Did you guys happen to see the beautiful rendition of "Hey Stop What's That Sound," the song at the DNC? Look everybody, look what's going down.
You
Did you
know
see
what?
that? The Buffalo Springfield song.
We didn't.
All right, so you guys are gonna have to check that out, because it's like somebody, it's like Prince and some guy from a failed garage band got together, and then they went down to the mall and they had somebody record a music video. So it's an old, it's like a 1970s or I think 70s sort of protest song, and they did the worst job in the whole world of doing this song. It's so cringy. It just makes your skin crawl.
Carpe, that brings me back to this. Why do you want it to be a world where there's protests?
Yeah.
I don't want to
Right.
go back to the 50s and the 60s. I've never lived through that time. We could already sit at the same lunch counters, go to the same bathrooms, drink out of the
Right.
same water fountain.
Yeah.
Why is this party trying to take us back to those days?
days.
Why do you have people like Ayanna Presley standing up saying that they want more civil unrest happening in the
Yes.
streets? These people are truly radical. They truly want to destroy America. They're anti-America and anti-American.
Yeah.
Why would we even want to vote for these people?
And they're creating the issues they're protesting.
Right.
They are
Right.
the creator of a lot of these different issues that's going on, especially when they talk about the systemic racism. How is systemic racism happening in minority-ran cities and states?
But I want people to know that systemic racism does exist and it has no color.
That's right.
Did you know affirmative action was a form of systemic racism because it's discrimination.
That's right.
Right. Well, and when we talk about discrimination, it's you're only allowed to talk about discrimination in very specific terms. And the left has come out with guidelines of who can be racist and who can't be racist.
Well, maybe it's time. Well, here's the thing, Carpe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for the right to come out with guidelines instead of folding and going cold.
That's
instead
right.
of going cold and fold,
And
how
going
about
on.
we write our own guidelines as
That's
to
right.
how it's supposed to be? Because you cannot you won't ever get me to believe that the majority of the country love this anarchy and this radicalism that's happening in our country. It's just not true. But because they wrote the guidelines, because they own 90% of the media and they're pushing the narrative, we're supposed to believe that. Maybe it's time for the right to write our own guidelines on how things should be.
That's right.
Well, I think we did, and it was called the Bill of Rights, didn't it? Wasn't that it? I think we wrote that.
It's time to make sure our Congress and our Senate enforce our Bill of Rights and our constitutional rights.
Yes.
Right. I wanted to talk to you guys about you had a publication that recently came out.
Oh yeah.
Did you do something?
Listen,
There you go.
We wrote a book called Uprising. Who the hell said you can't ditch and switch to the awakening of Diamond and Silk? You can get the book at diamondandsilkbook.com or wherever books are sold. And listen, we put on page our story, our life story,
Yeah.
our experience throughout this whole process, the censorship when it comes to social media, everything that happened between us and Fox, because that's been in the headlines.
Yeah.
We write the truth in this book. So we want you to get the book at diamondandsilkbook.com or anywhere where they sell books.
That's right.
Excellent. I did want to talk to you. Did you watch Joe Biden's speech last night?
Yes, I stomach
We had
it.
to endure it.
I stomach
Yeah.
it. And listen,
I had to
they
watch
keep
it
saying-
too.
With Carpe, they keep saying he gave a great speech. I don't see where
Yeah.
it was great. It was boring. It was tired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? He came out of the basement long enough to tell us this.
Yeah.
There was no substance to the speech. And like I said, he been better off just saying Jesus wept and keeping it
And I
moving.
mean, he's been practicing on how to read a teleprompter. That's basically what he's been doing in the basement. And we could tell that he's been practicing, but that don't make him President Joe.
That's right. And just because he took a speech and at the end of the speech he started yelling, don't mean it was powerful. He wasn't doing nothing but yelling. I don't need you yelling at me. Say what you got to say, but not yell at me as an American. And why is it that the DNC and people like him is hijacking President Trump's message?
Why?
Think about that for a minute. Now, Biden been in office for over 47 years.
Almost half a century.
Ain't never created a job. I thought Obama would have to wait for magic wand for the jobs to come back. So why would we give Biden 4 more years?
That's
Does
right.
that make any sense?
And if Joe Biden knew how to do it or fix it, why didn't he tell Obama?
That's right.
He was his vice president for 8 years.
And if Obama was such a great president, then why didn't Crooked get in?
Why?
Why was there a President Donald J. Trump?
That's right.
I mean, these people are delusional.
They're crazy.
They really are. I don't understand half of the stuff that they say and do. It's just insane to me. Like he was doing the Fine People hoax again last night. That's
they
how
always want to take it back to Charlottesville. But let me tell you, but when we start to take their stuff back to when he was on that Senate floor and he pushed that 1994 crime bill, when he referred to black people as predators, said he did everything in that crime bill but hang them. Don't nobody want to talk about that. When he said, I reached across the aisle with segregationists, don't nobody want to talk about that. When you see him in photos hand in hand with a former KKK member, don't nobody want to talk about that. But they always want to bring up Charlottesville and lie about it.
That's right. And not to mention, what about all of those different pictures that he's in sniffing and doing what he's doing and so forth.
Well, he's been in a lot of sniffing stuff lately.
Yes.
He's sniffing just about everybody now.
He's been caught
sniffing everybody and everything. You got to be cautious about that.
That's right.
I'm very, very. I'm looking at him with all 4 of my eyes, and I'm even giving him the side eye.
That's right.
Did you ever see the mask that I made?
No. Oh, hey, you should probably send Joe Biden one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I sent him something, I would get arrested. They would assume that I was doing something bad. Yeah,
Okay,
we're not gonna. I'm not sending anything to any politicians. We'll just avoid that entirely. But
I got it. That's right.
so I think Scott Adams this morning said that Joe Biden's speech was the shortest acceptance speech in the history. And how do Democrats continue this insanity of just pretending like he's all right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I mean,
you have to understand. Carpe, listen. They owned 90% of the media.
That's
So
right.
whatever you pick up and
Right.
read, whatever you hear, they own it. People are going to have to wake up and go seek out information for yourself.
That's
And
right.
stop believing the mainstream media, the fake news, who are the enemy of the truth
People.
and the enemy of the people.
That's right.
That's what people are going to have to do.
Yeah.
We already know that they be telling lies and fanning flies. That's how they get away. They can coddle him, protect him, because the media, he have them in their back pocket.
That's right. That's right.
do when you're sort of out and about, because you guys get around a lot. You go to I think that my bread's done.
I told you Carpe Corner felt like I was eating donuts and about to have a cup of coffee or
That's
something. I told
right.
you.
Yes, a fat
You
day or
you did tell me that. You did tell me that. But when you guys travel around and you're at a lot of events and things like that, do you run into people that used to be on the left and now
yeah.
they've seen through? Like, do you have any sort of stories about that kind of stuff?
Listen,
Yeah.
when we're out and about, especially when we were flying a whole lot, people will come up to us, and we've had people come up to us. You know what? I didn't like you all at first, but I kept listening. Thank you all, because
Yeah.
I got off that Democrat plantation. I walked away also.
Yeah.
So yes, we hear these stories all the time from people, and it's not just Black people; it's also white people.
That's right.
People are tired of being lied to. People are tired of the left coming around every 4 years wanting their vote, touting hot sauce, singing the spiritual songs. They're tired of it.
Yeah.
They're tired of being pandered to. They want results. And when they look at President Trump, he delivered results.
That's
and
right.
that's why he's going to win this again.
Yeah.
Well, I that brings to mind when Pelosi and all of the rest of them wore the traditional African stuff while they're kneeling to Black Lives Matter. Like, what is that even about? Like, when you talk about, the word is now African American. That was the word that we were told was the correct word.
Well,
But
you was told. Let me
we're
tell you,
American.
Carpe, well, wait a minute, Carpe. You was told that because that's what Jesse Jackson wanted.
That's
okay?
right.
Right.
We're Black and we're Americans. As a matter of fact, just drop the skin color and you can just call me American.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
And
I
that,
can
that's
say,
the
but
problem.
When they was wearing those Kenta cloths, that's a representation of slave owners. You know what I'm saying? And so when you think about the Democrat Party, they fought to keep slaves enslaved.
Mhm.
I mean, it is what it is.
Right. And let me tell you something. They keep talking about reparations. If Black people want reparations, you better call Kamala Harris and see if you can get it from her family. Because
right.
according to her father,
Yes.
they
Right.
are the descendants of
Of
slave owners.
That's right.
Right.
That's why they
Right.
can freely wear that stuff and think nobody's going to say anything about it.
And when I kneel, I'm kneeling to God in prayer. Okay,
That's right.
I'm not kneeling to no Black lives, no white lives. I believe that all lives matter up and through here.
That's right.
Right. How do you reach some of the people that have been raised on CNN? Is there a way to reach some of these people that
Well, let me tell you
they've just
something.
bought into it?
Listen to me. I used to be a watcher of CNN until I figured out something that's not right. When Donald Trump came along, I switched channels. I don't watch channels that disparage and demean our president.
That's right. We don't
I'll
see
switch
that. That's
in a
right.
minute. We don't have to take it.
No, we
We don't
don't.
have to give our ratings to any channel, and I don't care what side of the aisle they're on.
That's right.
That truly wants to hurt this country and hurt the president of the United States.
That's why we switched to Newsmax, and
That's
we
right.
have a show over there. on
Newsmax. You got news. Now, everybody can see who's got the good marketing over here. You segued perfectly into the show. So
That's
you've
right.
got a show over there. Tell us about that.
Well, listen, the show is Diamond and Silk Crystal Clear. We keep it all crystal clear. It airs Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week, we're going to be talking and giving the breakdown of the DNC and the itch of the week. So you all tune in for that. And I
Yes.
want people to understand, listen, I love the show because I like the way we clear things out and sort
Yeah.
of clear things up,
Oh,
you know. So if you
Yeah.
want to know where we at or what station in your area, go to newsmaxtv.com and they'll give you the channels and the station where you can find them on.
that's
Find
right.
us
So,
on.
are you telling me that this is a show where you guys don't sugarcoat things? Because that doesn't seem like you guys at all.
I can't sugarcoat
We
it.
wouldn't be over there if
Uh,
we could. We cannot sugarcoat
right.
the truth.
That's the thing. People want you to sugarcoat the truth.
Yeah.
They sit and they lie to the public. They get paid millions to lie to the public.
Mhm.
We are not robotic talking heads. We're truth tellers. And when we see something, we're going to tell the honest, candid truth. And even with the book, we do the same thing in a book.
Mhm.
Make sure you
Yeah.
get the book at diamondandsilkbook.com, Uprising. We do the same thing there. We tell the honest truth as to how we see it. And that's what's going
You
to
know,
set everybody free.
That's right.
what I always liked about you guys was that I would watch you guys, and then you would say something, and I'd be like, "Oh no," because you guys would say the stuff that most people just would be like afraid to say because they're going to get in trouble for it.
But see,
And
that's the problem. Everybody is so afraid to say what's on their mind.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, now you're stifling. Listen, when you don't want us to say what's on our mind, you're stifling our freedom of speech.
That's right.
So now what you
Because
want us
how
to
is
do?
it that the left, white leaning liberals and the white and the black liberals, how is it that the Democrats can say whatever they want to, call us coons, Uncle Tom, Bahama Mama, Aunt your mamas, not your mamas, call us whatever derogatory name that they want to, is considered free speech. But just as soon as Diamond and Silk call them either a name or say something that makes sense or say something that we want to say, it's called conspiracy theory.
Mhm. But let me
That's
tell you
right.
something. Once that conspiracy theory turn out to be true, it's now a theory. It's a fact
It's
that
a
this is what's
fact,
happening.
Jack. That's
Mhm.
right.
Oh, it's
well, and you're not the problem though is that they just deny facts too because they like
Yeah.
all of the stuff that's happened over the last 4 years is still conspiracy theories. That's what they
Exactly.
say every night. They'll say, if I say the sky is blue, they say, right wing conspiracy guy says the sky is blue, and then they say just go outside and look, you can see it's red, and then and nobody goes out and looks, but
A lot of
there's
people's
just
fear
no way
of,
around it.
Is in fear of being canceled. They are in
Yeah.
fear of
It's
the
the cancel
retaliation.
culture.
Yeah, the
Cancel culture.
retaliation against them, and a lot of people is really scared to speak their truth. But they got to remember that Diamond and Silk was created for such a
Yeah.
time as this.
Mhm.
We are not just new to this. We are true to this,
Very true.
and we don't have a problem with calling a thing a thing. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, guess what? It is a duck,
right. That's
and
right.
we're gonna call it for what it is.
Carpe, you saw me look down because I'm like, okay, it's like 4:30.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here, but is it? Why don't you guys let me know one more time where we can get your book, where we can watch your new show.
Okay, so listen, you can get the book at diamondandsilkbook.com. The book is called Uprising. Who the hell said you can't ditch and switch? The Awakening of Diamond and Silk.
Yes.
We also have a podcast that comes out every Thursday. You can find the podcast on Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcast.
Mhm.
And then we have our weekend show on Newsmax TV, Diamond and Silk Crystal Clear, that airs every Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And to find out the channel locations, go to newsmaxtv.com.
And be sure to follow us, Diamond and Silk.
You guys have got it down. You guys are good. All right, thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Love
It was
you,
great to talk
Carpe.
to you guys.
Thank you.
Yep, see
Thank
ya.
you for having us.
Thank you. And that was Diamond and Silk. I want to thank them for coming on. That was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. So if you guys want to watch the replay of this, if you're just joining a little late, you can watch the replay on Facebook, YouTube. Cloud Hub is where all of this stuff gets archived as well. Follow me on social media. You can find me at Carpe Donkton pretty much anywhere, except for Twitter. Can't find me on Twitter. I'm not on there anymore. But Cloud Hub is a place where I'm doing a lot of stuff and putting content out there. I'm also doing stuff on locals. But I want to thank the ladies for coming on. And I don't have a guest set up yet for next week, so we'll see. But I'll find somebody for sure. I seem to always be able to find people. But thank you guys for watching. And oh yeah, before I forget, I also have a podcast on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud. So if you want to listen but not watch, you can go look up, Carpe's Corner, wherever it is. I think it's up here. It's up here, yeah, somewhere up there. Carpe's Corner on those things. So thanks guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.
Welcome to Carpe's Corner. So happy that you're here. So take a seat, have a tea, or grab yourself a beer. Here at Carpe's Corner, we'll learn about our lives. And in between, you might decide to exercise your rights. It's Carpe's Corner. Carpe's Corner. Welcome to Carpe's Corner. Don't forget reviews. Comment, like, and subscribe is all you gotta do. Here at Carpe's Corner, please appreciate our guests. And just remember, everyone's got something on their chest. In Carpe's Corner. Carpe's Corner. In Carpe's Corner, there'll be no borders. It's Carpe's Corner. We're so glad that you are here.